everything you need, love, right in your eyes. Wonder that grows like violet skies, hands held so tightly.
Hi YouTube. I'll do a little unboxing. Don't know where the hell I'm going to put all this. I absolutely hate myself for what just happened there. Hi everyone, hi. So did I just film a whole clip thinking it was recording? Yes, I did. But hello everyone. Did I just practically do almost a full unboxing of like some parcels that I got and it wasn't recording? Yes, absolutely. Why is this heavily lopsided? Hold on. I think that is honestly the best it's gonna get. So yes, anyway, I will go through everything again. I've had some exciting parcels come through. It's not of everything that I restock every month, but I thought I'd show you some of the things. Some are exciting things, and I've got some exciting things to talk to you about as well. I realised half of the stuff is not for me, it's for my mum. So I did not order all of that to come at once for me, unfortunately. I did a small restock of supplement. I got another bag of my protein in vanilla, and I also got some more omegas, but I got 369, covered all three of these fatty acids. I like to just try and keep on top of things, especially when it comes to things that can help with supporting my hormones, especially supporting things that you would typically miss, like healthy fats and such, blah, blah, blah. Because I have an underactive thyroid, and it just makes you a little bit more conscious and concerned about not covering enough to try and support it the best I can, even though I take medication for it. But I'll also just briefly mention the supplements that I do take, because I don't think I've gone through all of them before. So I take whey, I take omegas, but in terms of like powder supplements, I already take creatine, I take L-glutamine because that helps with my digestion. I also take tablets wise to help with digestion, ginger, which I actually found out from a coach, support healthy gut health, because easily for me, if I'm stressed, if I'm traveling, that can easily mess up with my gut health, and that's something that massively can affect my mood for the day as to whether or not I'm regular, as I normally am, because I'm quite a regular girly. I take a multivitamin, I take a probiotic, and I take my levothyroxine, which is obviously my medication that I have to take every day. But I don't like to overcomplicate supplements and spending a load of money on all different types, because you could easily cover so much, but one, it's expensive, two, it's not really necessary. If you can cover the basics and then just make sure you have a good diet to help support it. I also received something that I ordered for my hollybobs. It's from a brand called Blakely, which I've never ordered from them before, but I wanted some new bottoms to wear for like on top of my bikinis or to walk around in, and I like these because they're made so you can have them like this, or if you want to flip the waistband, it shows the branding, which is quite cool, I think. I'm a short person, 5'3", and I have a very short torso. Some things I'm a bit funny about with clothing anyway, because I'm curvy and I am short. These will be shortened by my mum, my lovely mum. So yeah, I don't know if you can tell, I'm kind of obsessed with a certain print. I will give you a second. From this brand, which I've never ordered from before, but everyone's been ordering from, and I thought, as soon as they released this collection, I thought, that screams me. It was the hardest decision on like what colour to pick, but I thought, pick a classic colour. My God. I also ordered these, because I ordered those bottoms for holiday in a medium, so they would fit me, still low-waisted when I'm in a dieting phase, and then I've got a big growing phase coming up, so I want things still have some room to fit. So I ordered this in a medium, and I've got these shorts to try on as well. The contrast leopard print version of the line I'm in awe of. A lot of things I have to fold the waistband down, again, because short girl. Plus, I still need to grow some bloody glutes to fill out some shorts properly. I will be trying on in a bit. I got some neutral coloured ones. I feel like I haven't really spoken much of this vlog apart from now. I did my fasted 35 minutes of cardio, made my room more pleasant to be in, and I went for a lovely dog walk with my dad and the doggies. We went for a drive to go to a park. Got the majority of my daily steps in for today, but I always seem to tend to go over. And yeah, so I'm gonna get myself ready and I'll talk to you guys about something exciting that's happening today. Hello everyone. God, I look far more presentable than what I was showing before. We've got a rat tail. I do feel like whenever I put my hair in a plait, it does look like a rat tail, but it does need a wash. So we're serving egghead slip rick right now. Anyway, I cracked open a cold one. Pepsi over Coke, may I just add. I wanted to do a section of this video to basically explain something exciting that's going on for me today. That has been going on for the past couple of months. If you're not interested in this section, I will put in a time clip of where to skip to if you're not interested, but I'm basically going to be discussing what happened to my back, because on TikTok, Instagram, I've had so many messages since I had my operation, because I've done videos about it and such, basically asking what's caused my back to be the way it was, what was my operation like, what was the recovery process like and such. And I just wanted to share some amazing news. The fact that because of the way I was, how severe it was for someone as young as I have been to experience this, I'm having a case study being done on me, which I'm very grateful for, to be asked to do this. I was asked to do it before my operation. It's been in the works for the past couple of months, and it should be out in the media some point this year, which is exciting. I won't name the media company or anything because it's just in the final works of it, but it's very exciting. I've got a meeting for that in about an hour, about what caused my back to be the way it was, how the process went for me in terms of getting my operation done, the recovery. I had so many people ask me for advice on whether I recommend surgery and such, and I can only speak on behalf of myself. I can't speak on behalf of anyone else, and I'm very grateful to have been in the position I'm in to be able to get the surgery, because I know that there's a massive waiting list on the NHS. I did have to go private because of how bad I was. I would say health is probably the most important thing you could prioritize or value in your life. I feel very fortunate to have been able to have had that support from my family. I'll try and insert some photos of what some of my x-rays, scans were showing of what my back was like before. What caused my back to be the way it was, it wasn't down to an injury that I had in the gym or in my day-to-day life. I fell into the 6% of the population, I've forgotten whether it was in the world or in Europe or the UK, who were born with a birth defect, a deformity in the spine, where there's a small bone that's missing. And this can cause over time, symptoms don't show straight away, it causes over time for symptoms to arise such as sciatica pain. It can cause numbness or pins and needles, cauda equina, I always struggle to say those words, which is where you start to experience incontinence, so not able to control your bowels, or you're not able to control going to the toilet, to urinate. And this is down to, for me, my L4 to my S1, there was an impingement on my sciatica nerve, and what was causing the impingement was the fact that with that missing bone, it caused instability in my spine, and this led to one of my vertebrae to slip forward. And whenever I was training or I was stood up, it would slip more forward. Obviously that would be extremely uncomfortable, but as soon as I would lay down, sit down, it would slightly move back but still be completely out of place. And there was also multiple discs that were completely compressed. There was no sponginess to them, so everything was being completely compressed and moved and shifted down there. And obviously with all this, with the name spondylolisthesis, I can't pronounce this right, so I'll put it on the screen. It can also cause, all of this spinal issue can cause twisting in your body. So naturally my upper body twists a bit more to my left side slightly, and my lower body is twisting more to my right side. So with posing and that, it can cause some issues, which I've been trying to adjust over time. After I started experiencing symptoms when I was 20 years old, which was sciatica pain, it started to affect my day-to-day life in terms of me being able to walk without being in severe pain, and this was a daily occurrence. It was affecting me being able to walk to uni without having to take multiple seating breaks, doing my weekly food shop without taking multiple seating breaks. Started to affect my training in terms of things feeling like it was starting to upset and aggravate my lower back even more than usual. I went to multiple specialists, and I was even told at one point that no one would want to operate on me because of how young I was, and it made me feel very defeated that it was an issue that I was going to have to put up with and eventually not be able to walk. So I then came across Dr. Pal, who is the amazing surgeon who honestly I owe so much. I'm very grateful for him for what he's done for my back. When I came across him, he said if I were to choose whenever to operate on you, if it was his decision, he would operate me there and then. But he said, it's your choice. You're still able to do so much for someone who's in so much pain. Because I do have, I would say, a decent pain tolerance. That's probably why I was able to manage so much. Even though I was in a lot of pain, I learned to deal with it. It was part of my day-to-day life. Before I was going to be operated on, I wanted to push myself there and then to be like, right, this is time to do a bodybuilding prep. It was something that I wanted to do anyway before. It was something I was trying to prepare myself for anyway with my coach. Even though I could have had more muscle mass and I could have looked more developed, it was something that I wanted to do before my operation because there were so many big risks with having an operation that young. I could have ended up needing further operating further up my spine, which is a common thing to have to happen with spinal surgeries such as mine. I had 5% chance of getting complete numbness in my right foot. I didn't know exactly how that was going to be. I wanted to do that, and that's why I did what I did. It was hard doing a prep with that sciatica pain, that lower back pain, and I felt insecure with my lower body, especially my glutes, because it was hard to develop them. My training had to be adjusted a lot, so I could get the best out of what I could do. The operation was supposed to take 6 hours. It took 10 hours. Because basically when they opened me up, even though they were aware of how severe I was after all my scans and such, they didn't realise how messed up my back even was, like more messed up than they planned. I had to have a plate, 4 pairs of screws and 2 spacers put in to replace 2 of the discs that were completely compressed. And with that surgery, after taking out all of the broken bone, all of the 2 discs and realigning everything and putting it in the right position, it would free up space for the sciatic nerve, and it took some time for that nerve pain to go. So I still had to experience awful restless nights where I just couldn't sleep. It took the recovery a lot better than what I had initially planned. Not saying it wasn't hard, it was extremely hard. I was in hospital for 5 days. I was in critical care ICU for the first night of my stay in hospital, and then I was in hospital for 4 more nights, 4 more days after that. With the spinal op, they try and get you to learn how to sit and eventually stand, and then obviously you have to do a small stairs assessment to be able to discharge you safely. That was very hard For the first few days, it took me 2 days simply even be able to sit without wanting to pass out. And then it took me 2 days to stand, just simply stand without passing out, because I would get dizzy. And it would be very overwhelming for my body to be able to go through that, obviously after a big op. But after a spinal op, they want you moving as soon as possible to prevent any stiffness and to get you mobilizing. I was able to start walking on the 4th day, just briefly around the ward, which that felt like such an alien experience for my body. I can't even describe it. It felt like I was a fully grown baby learning how to walk for the first time. It was so strange and weird. And then on the 5th day, I did some more walking, and then I managed to do a small stairs assessment before I then got discharged to go home. And I've had amazing support from my friends, family, my boyfriend. It was a very hard time, which I won't get into. And it took a lot of resting at home. It's very hard to go from being busy all the time and being so active and training and doing stuff all the time and not being one to just sit around, mope around a lot of the time. Personally for me, I always like to be busy. It was very hard to go from that to then you're spending week in, week out resting, learning to kneel on the floor, learning how to stand, learning how to walk a little bit further down the street. And then eventually in December, I was able to start going to the gym to do just general basic cardio and body weight core training. Lots of physio, lots of rehab, and eventually over time, I was able to finally start light training and then just eventually develop and work up in terms of weight as time went on, however my body felt, and to be sensible about it. So yeah, and honestly, like with my training, I just feel like I can now train so much better. I have far better muscle connection. I just can't wait for growing phase and to improve my physique. That surgery just changed my life. I know I'm one to, if you know me, I've talked about my back so much, but it's because I get asked a lot about it, and it's something that massively impacted my life. And that's why I like to try and just spread awareness of, if you know something's wrong, keep digging to get it investigated, because there's lots of things goes undiagnosed. If I didn't keep on pushing to find a specialist surgeon who would operate on me for something that was causing my health to decline so rapidly, which would have caused my spine to eventually fuse into the way it was if it were to be left untreated, I wouldn't have been able to have walked ever again. And I'm here now, grateful more than anything to be where I am today and to do what I do and just simply enjoy life. I've started trying to nibble on my 2 rice cakes and my lovely Pepsi Max. And I'm gonna have my meeting, and then we're gonna go and train some glutes and hammies. Hello everyone, I'm trying to prop you up so you don't fall over on me. That would be great. So I ended up having my meeting. It was amazing. It was a very long meeting. It was over an hour long, but exciting things. I get to read the transcript for it next week. It went really well. Hello. Hiya. As you can see, I'm wearing the new fit that I got. It is gorgeous. I love it. It's giving sass. It's giving deflated ass though as well, but that's on my part, not on their part. This is for glutes and hammies, but of course I'm throwing in a little bit of dark sport. Harley Davidson collection, absolutely amazing. Are we serving Adam Sandler now? Yes, we are. I'm just going to have my chicken and rice meal very quickly because my boyfriend is waiting for me at the gym soon. Well, he'll be on his way to the gym. So I'm gonna try and eat this as quickly as I can. It will give me half an hour time frame involving getting to the gym and such to be able to digest it a little bit. And I am very hungry. I'm just going to have my chicken and rice meal which is warming up now.
Baby, talking pennies, I need